All right.
Welcome to the Verdin Verdict Sports Show. I'm your host, Jacob Verdin. Hope everybody had a nice little weekend, had a bye week. Went to see Shama live, UFC 320. Interesting moment. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of people ain't think Alex Pereira will win, man. Come on, Shama. Can't doubt Shama. How's your weekend? And let me just say, if y'all did not watch the Friday show, this man right here picked a damn astounding pick, a plus 200 pick, a pick that not a lot of people would have rode with. Florida, the Gators, in the swamp. Billy Napier, staying alive. Staying alive. How you feeling, G?
Feeling good, man. I had a really good weekend. I was the at the car and St. All game on Friday. It was star studded. You had Saints players in the building.
Ooh.
You had a number of LSU players in the building. You had Brandon Marshall in the building. You had the former Saint Tyron Matthew in the building. I mean, it was an electric environment, and the Edna Car Cougars put on a show by winning the game 42-21.
Damn. Double the score. Oh my
Yeah,
God. It's
it
so
was.
I want to know in terms of like collective high school rankings, where would you put Car? Like I'm talking about the entire country. Like could we out here getting
I mean, I haven't seen everybody in the country, so that's hard for me to say. But
okay.
I can tell you this: you're not gonna find 20 teams in the country better than Endicott. You
I
just
like
not.
that.
Not
It,
from
it seems
from a talent standpoint and from a coaching standpoint. That's a real program, bro. They run that like a university.
yeah, bro, they got a nice system there. It seems like they always got recruits. They always got record signing classes. I mean, that's like you said, a little mini university out there, and they got a lot of success because of it. This week, got an interesting test for us Saturday. We got South Carolina, we got LSU. If you would ask me preseason, you can go back and look. I probably would have told you this has been the toughest game, and a lot has changed since then. Shane Beamer and LaNorris have kind of struggled. LSU's had their moments, but ESPN's got them at a 75% chance. Before we get into that, I want to talk about some things. I want to talk about your reaction to a couple of them. We're going to play a clip from the press conference for everybody, and then we're going to go ahead and let G sound off. Let G give his thoughts. Tried to get the video on the StreamYard software. Didn't work. So here we go with the audio.
No, look, and it does. It kind of follows up on Koki's question. Is that I thought that this is a process that takes time. I think I said back in when this occurred that let's wait until all the information comes out, because for us to make these universal statements early on, it doesn't serve anybody well. And so, I don't have any facts here. I'm following it just like you guys are. Let's just be patient and make sure that all the information gets out. He's loved by us, was loved before, and is loved after. So, there's not really a need to talk to our team. They follow it. They love Kyron. He was a great teammate, and he's going to be missed.
G.
First off, I'll say this. Me just watching the press conference, it almost sounds like BK wasn't prepared for this question. It sounds like that they caught him off guard. And if that is true, which I don't know it to be true, that's a damn shame. This is surfacing all on social media. I know people in the building had to be talking about it. You had to prepare yourself for that question. You had to know that was going to be one of the first things they asked you. I don't understand what more BK needed. Talking about more information. What more you need, bro? All right. These news stations and these people on social media didn't need more information when they started accusing him. Right. And I just was expecting a little more. Especially after the new evidence that was presented by Matt Ory on TV, on multiple media outlets, the videos, the data. I was just disappointed on how BK handled it. I didn't see any compassion. I didn't see any hurt. I didn't see any outrage from the point of damn. It looks like, well, no, it doesn't look like. We see that there's a state trooper that's tampering with evidence and almost looks like he's trying to frame Kyron Lacey. If that was one of my former players, I would be irate in a professional manner, especially in that setting, right? And I just didn't see that from BK. And then I'll take it a step further, bro. Where has been a moment of silence in Tiger Stadium for Kyron Leeson? Why we don't have a 2 on the field? That would be pretty cool. You did a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. Make it make sense, bro. I don't understand it. You know, Lacey would have died on that field for his brothers in that purple and gold. And I just don't see the same love in return.
I agree. Disheartening situation. First off, God bless Kyron Lacey. I ain't gonna lie, prayers up for my guy. And this whole moment, like watching the reactions, watching the love, watching all this stuff, like I told you pre-stream, I'm just sitting here thinking, I wish it would have happened a lot earlier. And I'm glad that people are, doing the right thing, I guess, and respecting them. And then to your point, bro, I'm doubling down on that as well. Everybody rushes to the story, dog. Everybody will try to be the first, want to break the news. It's half reported, dog. I mean, I just graduated from LSU. I got a degree in media. I sent you the damn essay, my final essay. My teacher asked me, how should media remember controversial athletes? And I just ended it with saying that media is so skewed now to the point where people don't want to do what me and you do. Just talk, give our takes, but not be the expert. Like a lot of times you'll say, hey, I might be wrong on this, but blank, and this is how you feel. We're not trying to come out here and give a concrete, confirmed, like this is exactly how it is type deal. And a lot of people don't grasp that, bro. Like a lot of people will ruin a life off of a headline that gets a couple of clicks, but that ain't right. And you're not going back in time, bro. And that's my number one thing with the morals behind all this stuff is like everybody wants to rush to a story, but if you got it incorrect and if the facts weren't straight, how are you going to get all those millions of eyes and millions of opinions to change? Because you went out on your platform and honestly, I'm going to say you defamed somebody's name. Like, you can't get that back, bro, at the end of the day. I mean, look, it's a sad situation, and I hope it's a lesson going forward that maybe will either change media or just change the way that people react to certain things like this. Because my go-to is not to post a picture, repost a picture, talk about a situation I don't know about. Like, bro, we talking about ball. I'm talking about schemes. I'm talking about picks, bro. Like, I'm not trying to talk about, like, major consequential things that'll ruin somebody's life, especially when you don't know the whole entire story. That's my take on it.
For sure.
I appreciate you speaking on it, speaking your mind. And then I'm gonna tell you this, G, because I've been thinking about this a lot. I respect, I commend everything you did in this situation. Because I'll tell you what, bro, whether it be the last 6 months, 7 months, I know it's been a tough time, but you stood up every time to the plate, went to battle for your guy. I respect that, dog. That's exactly what you got to do.
No doubt.
Let's talk about Saturday. Let's talk about South Carolina. LaNorris Sellers. It's going to be a test. It's a mobile quarterback. It's one of the things that I think LSU has kind of struggled with a little bit. But you got an interesting opportunity here. You got some depth on this edge. You can rotate some people. Last week, you saw 3 primary guys, Patrick Payton, Jack Pyburn, Jamari Butler, and Dylan Carpenter got in, I think, 9 to 10 snaps. I want to ask you about how you defend a quarterback like this, how important it is to contain him, and what do you think Blake Baker will have to do in terms of scheme, maybe change some things up, or not change anything at all?
South Carolina offensively has been struggling. Last year, I thought they ran the ball really, really well, which helped LaNorris Sellers in the passing game because he could do a lot out of play action, right? This year, bro, they're only averaging 2.9 yards a carry. That's a problem. That's a problem. And their potential first-round pick hasn't been living up to the bill in Nick Harper. For whatever reason, it might be because of LaNorris Sellers got hurt those couple games and the chemistry been off. Maybe it's the scheme, the play call. I don't know. But the kid Jacobs has been the one that's been showing up for South Carolina. Over the last 2 games, he's had over 100 yards. So I think he's somebody that they're going to have to keep an eye on Saturday. But as far as them running the ball, I think the only time you really got to be concerned is when LaNorris Sellers get out the pocket on a pass play and then he takes all running. I think for his quarterback design runs and them even handing the ball off, I think LSU will be okay. So I watched South Carolina against Kentucky and I watched them against Vandy. Their offensive line is really, really suspect. And I think that's where LSU will beat them up. I think up front, they're gonna give South Carolina a lot of problems. And I think that's gonna have their defense playing on 10 on Saturday. So I don't think they should be too concerned. Unless LaNorris Sellers just play out his mind, bro. What I'm talking about, breaking off sacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just putting his cape on. I think LSU defense should be all right on Saturday.
That's what I'm thinking too. Brian Kelly talked about that containment, talked about his ability to pass on the run, outside the pocket, extend plays, yada, yada, yada. It reminds you of a guy like Jaden Daniels, not as big of a game breaker, but to that point when there's not that element of, I'm not going to say complimentary offense, but like if you don't have that run game and it's just solely on the shoulders of 16, similar to what is happening with 18 at LSU without that run game, it's going to be a nice defensive showcase. Right? Here's another question I got for you. So offense, the run struggles I just brought up. Do you try to resurrect that in this game, or do you, at this point of the season, just go, shit, look, these are our strengths, Trez Green, potential healthy Aaron Anderson, Barry and Brown, yada, 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 or do you try to just keep pumping and getting this back to life?
So if I'm Joe Sloan, Coach Atkins, Coach Frank Wilson, Coach Brad Davis, I'm watching that Missouri and Vanderbilt film. Missouri rushed for 247 yards on South Carolina. Vanderbilt rushed for 146. I think you try to take some things that they did in those two games and use it on Saturday. And you still try to establish a run. If you can't, bro, I'm spreading them out. I'm going with some empty sets. I'm running the tight end to Dylan Stewart's side to chip him a little bit. I'm doing things like that and getting my guys on the perimeter and getting them in space and trying to get the ball in my hand quick and let my receiver do the work. That's what my plan would be on Saturday, bro.
For Dylan Stewart, I almost said Dylan Carpenter. That's our guy. Dylan Stewart, though, what are you going to do with him, dog? Are you going to have to rotate guys at tackle? Is it going to be one guy on him all night? Like, does Carriers get the job? I feel like that. I mean, he probably not going to line up on the same side every time, but what do you do to diagnose that?
So what I'm curious to see, will they move him around? Will they put him on the right side, then move him to the left side, or will they just keep him mainly on that left side, which is LaNorris Sellers' blind side, which means he'll be going against Tyree Adams the whole time. Now, I think athletically, Tyree can hold his own. I worry about power.
Mm-hmm.
If Dylan Stewart gives him power, I don't know about that point, right? On the other side, I don't know if Weston Davis is playing or if they're going with
Kern.
Carriers Kern. What I worry about with him is true freshman. You know what I mean? You're going against an elite pass rusher like Dylan Stewart. I don't know. If I'm South Carolina, I'm putting him on the freshman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I think Joe Sloan and those coaches on the offensive side of the ball, they gonna make sure that Bauer Sharp, you might motion into Dylan Stewart's side and just make sure you chip him before you go out for a pass. You got to do those type of things on Saturday, or you gonna have Dylan Stewart going 1-on-1. And I hate to say this, but that's gonna be in South Carolina's favor.
100%. I'm not gonna lie either. I think that's gonna be a matchup that you got to watch all night. That's gonna be a big X factor for them.
And don't forget about your guy that we interviewed at SC Media Day, DQ Smith, right? Really good player. They use him all. They use him all over the field. They use him at safety. They put him at nickel. They roll him down and blitz him. So you got to identify where he's at. He's a playmaker. He's a sure tackler. He's probably their second best player on defense.
And we saw what our other guy did at Ole Miss, TJ Dottery. He came around and got like 6 tackles in a key clutch moment, a big win for them. So yeah, I hope he don't got the juju with the SEC guest. Come on now, that'd be interesting.
TJ Dottery, man, the hooper. What he says, player count was KD.
Kevin Durant, easy money, sniper.
Crazy work. Crazy work.
Cool. Yeah, I'm interested to see how LSU comes out of here. ESPN has a 75% chance of them winning. I think the spread's at about 9.
So ESPN and Vegas must be not on the same page because Vegas got LSU at -9.5.
And that's damn near 90%.
Come on, man. What's going on, ESPN and Vegas? Y'all not on the same page? What's going on? Y'all beefing? What's up?
ESPN kind of sneaking, like doubting LSU because they got them losing to Vandy, they got them losing to Bama, they got them losing to Oklahoma. That's a 4-loss season, bro. I mean, at this point, when you got this stretch coming up, man, you can't afford 2 losses. You got 1 loss, and then it's that sweat start piling up on you.
I think they'll be all right against South Carolina on Saturday, bro. Unless something dramatic happens, and like I said earlier in this segment, LaNorris Sellers put his cape on, and we just can't bring him to the ground, and he just extending plays and just making some remarkable plays down the field, which I don't see happening in Death Valley. I think LSU should win this game. I think I don't think Tiger fans should be concerned about Saturday.
I'm glad it's a night game.
Yeah.
Vandy's at 11, and I think Arkansas at
Vandy's
home.
at 11?
Yeah, 11 or 11:45. Oh, yeah.
In Nashville?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Empire V is kind
of. You know what happened to LSU last time they played at 11 o'clock, huh?
Is Tennessee?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was at home.
It was BTA, but that was horrible. At 11 a.m., it made everything different, bro. I don't know what hits or why it changes.
Your routine.
Because you shave that time in like half at that point. Now you up so damn
different,
early.
bro. Think about it. You know how them kids are. They on their phones till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got an 11 o'clock game, bro, if you stay up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you going off fumes on Saturday.
Yeah. You probably got to be up at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Still got to do the Tiger walk. Come on, man.
Meetings. Oh, yeah, bro. And then you in the hotel room, so you're not even in your own comfortable bed. Like, yeah, that's a lot of elements. I can't sleep the same in the hotel.
People don't think about all that, bro. They don't think about all that.
Or the preparation. Exactly. Yeah, you gotta walk through it to be able to experience it a little bit. Let's react to this AP poll, man, because I got a couple of thoughts here. And I think the AP poll, you always take it with a grain of salt. But, I love to rip it apart. I love to just shred it. I'm going to do that until they give us a vote, because the minute me and you hop on that panel, man, I think that it's going to be perfect. We're just going to figure it out. And if not, we're going to have to figure out our own poll, because I don't know. I can't keep watching this monstrosity. I like what LSU did. They went up 2 spots. They're at number 11, still outside the top 10. As of this point, they'd be considered the 6th SEC team, because it's Ole Miss, Oklahoma, A&M, Alabama, Georgia, and then the Tigers. What's your thoughts on that, where LSU is right on the fringe of the top 10 and 6 in the SEC? You like that placement?
Yeah, I think LSU's at a good spot at a number 11. The only 2 spots I would change is I think that Miami should be the number 1 team in the country.
I like it.
Move Ohio State to number 2. Why do I say that? Well, I'll tell you why. Ohio State beat Texas 14-7. Miami has had some impressive wins, bro. These people beat Notre Dame. I don't care if Notre Dame got 2 losses. That's a really good team. Mm-hmm. They beat South Florida. South Florida, a pretty good team. They beat Florida. Then they just came back and beat Florida State. And that score really don't show how that game really went. So in my mind, Miami is the best team. And when I go off the eye test, I don't see any flaws, bro. Offensive line, stout. Running back, receivers.
CJ Daniels.
Carson Beck is playing some of the best football out of all the quarterbacks in the country. Shout out to CJ Daniels, man, showing love to my dude, Kyron Lacey, when he scored his touchdown with the strips under his eyes. Defensively, up front, they are elite. Secondary, athletic, playing sound football. Cristobal, you know what you're getting from him. Bro, Shannon Dawson, the OC. I like how fiery he is, and I love the different concepts he run on offense. To me, Miami is the best team in the country, dog. I really don't see any other team that's playing better football than Miami, in my humble opinion.
I love to hear that, G, because I got interested, right? I had $10 in the DraftKings. I'm like, man, let me go place a future down. I'm gonna place 2 futures. My national champions, I'm gonna pick Miami, and then I took a crazy Heisman bet. I already told you about that, John Mateer. I know I'm dreaming, but hey, bro, a man's
if he don't get hurt, you might have been on to something.
I know. Hey, this Miami trick though, I like it, man. The Hurricanes are nice, and like you said, I love the fact that they're getting the respect, because there's a lot of teams here that I think are getting disrespected. And you know what?
Hold up. I got a gripe with EA Sports. Man, can y'all please up Tony's rating and his speed for Miami? The receiver, the true freshman from American Heritage. Bro, this dude got 88 speed, bro. Come on, man.
We got
man, he should be at about a 94, 93 speed, and his rating should be at about a good 86, 87 right now. And they still ain't put Trinidad Chambers on there, man.
I was about to ask you, bro.
I don't know what EA doing, bro. They tripping. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Trinidad Chambers ain't signed his little contract that all the players got to sign. I don't know. But man, come on, man. Tony on there. Up the man read, man. Stop playing.
How is Chambers not on there at this point? I feel like everybody would have started running with him by now. No,
bro. Every time they got an update, I go run to Ole Miss to see if he on there.
Y'all bugging. Look,
I'm a Trinidad Chambers fan. Yes, say what you want. I don't care.
I got a gripe with EA, bro. Like, they got to hire people that know ball, because there's a lot of situations I see out there, dog, that is just like, man, I don't think a football player is making this move, bro. Like, I don't think this is a football IQ move. And there's a couple of, like, look, it's minuscule things, and I could just be pissed off in the moment, heart racing. But, I mean, I'm sitting here yelling at the TV, like, what the hell is this shit? And yeah, EA Sports, hire me and G, bro, because we about to get this right.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
AP poll, I want to get your thoughts on this, bro, because Florida State is getting disrespected. I can't lie to you. They're clinging to life. They grabbing, they holding on at number 25 with one loss. Yes, they did lose bad, and as you're right, the score didn't reflect this garbage time. I think it was like 28-3 when I first looked, and it was just, I'm done checking the score. I know Miami wrapped it. However, that's the number 2 team in the country. We got Notre Dame at 16 with 2 losses, and one of them is to Miami. I'm not trying to say Notre Dame is
3 points.
Right.
3 points.
I think the A&M game was 1 point too. So it's like 2 losses by 4 points.
Notre Dame is the best 2-loss team in the country, and it's not even close.
But how the hell is Florida State fall to 25? We can't get them 20. We can't get them 20.
Because they lost to Virginia, bro.
Yeah. All right. I can't argue with that point. That Friday night game killed.
They couldn't handle success.
They did. Man, but this is just so aggravating. It's like, bro, it's not 25. I don't know. The AP poll pissed me off too. And then I'll give it one thing that I do like about the AP poll. One thing that's interesting, and you predicted this one, there was an AP shakeup. You had the preseason number 1 drop completely out the poll. They are ranked at this point in terms of votes received 27. And we're talking about Texas and Billy Napier fiending them off again. It's something about Billy, bro, in them big time moments when he knows the nation is doing this to him right now. Boy, he turns up. I ain't gonna lie. He did it Saturday. What's your thoughts on that victory? Because it was in hand whole time. I pissed off at Arch, bro. Pick after pick. I mean, dude, this is horrible.
Yeah. So I had a good conversation with Florida's running back coach, associate head coach Jabal Jaloop, when it was Sunday. We were just talking about some different kids he was recruiting in Louisiana and things of that nature. And yes, he is suspended. For the people that's wondering if that's the same coach, yes, that is the same coach. And we were talking about DJ Lagway, and I asked him about his struggles, and not to make excuses, man, but he made a good point. He said, man, he didn't participate in the spring. Fall camp, he got hurt the second week, so he didn't get a lot of reps. And he said for him to jump into that fire like that, especially with how hard our schedule is, that's why you seen him play the way he played. And he said, man, had he done a spring and didn't get hurt in fall camp, he said he felt like they probably would be sitting at maybe 1 loss right now. Maybe 1 loss. All right. And the way DJ Lagway played against Texas, who a lot of people say that was the best defense in the country coming into this season, bro.
I'd have doubled down.
DJ Lagway looked how I expected him to look when we were talking about him in Atlanta for SEC Media Day. And bro, how about that true freshman Dallas Wilson? He made his debut on Saturday, had 130-something yards, 2 tutties. Bro, he looked like a man amongst boys. Verdin Brown, another true freshman, was second in receiving. And then how about the sophomore running back, Jaden Ball? Had 120 yards, 4 yards of carry, and had a tutty. And you know how that defense rocking. That defense stout. They've been stopping people all year. So when you put it all together, that's what you see on Saturday against a team like Texas. And I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Scott Strickland, the AD, I think he got to be very, very careful on how he handles the situation with Billy Napier. And look, people that probably watch us all the time, they probably say, man, G is very biased toward Billy Napier. He's always repping for him. But say whatever you want. Yeah. All right, I'm repping for him. Nobody say nothing when Shannon Sharp be repping behind Brian, right? So why you got to tell me so? You know what I'm saying? Nobody say nothing when Stephen A be repped out behind the Knicks.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to rep behind my dude, Billy Napier. And I'm going to say this, bro. Strickland got to be careful because the future is bright when you talk about next year. Jaden Ball, the running back I'm just talking about, sophomore. Because he's coming back. Vernell Brown, true freshman, he's coming back. Dallas Wilson, true freshman, he's coming back. DJ Lagway, sophomore, he's coming back. And they got a good bit of them guys on defense coming back, bro. And they had a really good recruiting class for 25, and they got another good recruiting class coming in for 26. And you know they're gonna dig and dab, they're gonna dip and dab in the transfer portal and get some guys. I really think that Napier deserves to stay at least 1 more year. Unless he just pissed down his leg tremendously down this stretch, I think you got to let him come back, bro. You do, because the future looks really bright in Florida, bro. And you saw it on Saturday with your young players rising to the occasion in the swamp.
Dog, yeah, you beating Texas. I think it's hard. I mean, you got 2 completely polar opposite walks of life with Florida and Texas in terms of preseason expectations. Texas is spending $40 million. Sarkis got his team ranked number 1. They're in the SEC title game. In Florida, Billy Napier, there was a question on last year and if he'd be the coach for this season. And I mean, for them to go out there and win decidingly, also 2 of the head coaches that Florida has played this year, G, has gone on the podium and said, that's the best team we've played. It's the most talented team we've played. The record doesn't always show.
And think about this. DJ Lagway threw 5 interceptions in Death Valley against LSU, and they only lost 20-10.
What a pick 6.
What a pick 6, bro. I'm just saying, you got to put all that into the grand scheme of things when you're talking about what you want to do with your head coach.
No.
Because guess what? You ain't getting, I don't think you're getting Lane Kiffin.
No.
I've been following the documentary. I would be shocked if he leave Oxford. That's just me. I'll be shocked.
I agree because he brought his son over there. Knox is going to high school right there, and I know he getting recruited and all that.
His daughter go there.
Whole family, yeah, whole family.
His daughter moved from LA to move to Oxford, bro.
And I don't know where Knox moved from, but yeah, dog, they all meet in Oxford. That's the roundup. And then to your point, he's got it made. That's his spot. That's his job. He's the mini Nick Saban of Mississippi. So hats off.
Might get a statue built out there in Oxford.
He need to do it with the clipboard up in the air or spiking it or something. Before we get out of here,
I'm going to alley hoop.
Oh, bro, I was hoping they was going to do that to LSU. I wanted to see that. I ain't gonna lie. I was peeping. I tried to see. Before we get out of here, though, I want you to react to the Saints getting their first win, dog. Here's an interesting stat. Love these type of statistics. The Saints have not had a quarterback they drafted get a regular season win since the 90s, G. The 90s. We're bringing it way back. 5 turnovers for the Giants, 3 fumbles, 2 picks from Dart. If you ask me, the last fumble by Scatterbo happened in a desperate spot, saved the game, and I will go out and tip my hat to my guy Spencer Rattler. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I think G. Oh, here you go, G. Right back in here. What's up? I'm tipping my hat to Spencer Rattler. What's your thoughts on the Saints' victory?
I didn't get too excited. Didn't get too high. Didn't get too low. It's just hard for me to get ecstatic over a win when I know we don't have a shot to get to the playoffs or make some noise this year. You know what I mean? I'm happy they got a little win and it was at home and people was able to enjoy their Sunday fun days. But I do like what I've been seeing from Spencer Rattler, bro.
Yep.
Bro, he looks like he could be the future.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie to you. Some of the throws that he's making, the way he's using his legs to get out the pocket and to run for first downs, Spencer Rattler is on to something, bro. It's just a damn shame he ain't got too many good players to throw the ball to. It is what it is. The defense thought they played solid. They got a gift going against Jackson Dart, a rookie quarterback, on the road. That was his first road game of his career. Like, I expected Jackson Dart not to make some mistakes and not play how he played at home when he got his first win. So, all in all, kudos to the Saints, bro. Kudos to who that nation, but I'm not excited. I'm just looking to see Spencer Rattler keep building on his confidence, and hopefully this could turn into something on next season.
Yep. And my initial takeaway a whole weekend, I'm just sitting here like, damn, the Saints fans are in a desperate spot if they all getting this lit for the first win against a 1-3 team. Like, if it was the Bills, I'd be lit with them. I ain't lying. That's a good victory. The Giants, y'all a favor walking into that. But hey, look. Had to Spencer Rattler.
I told y'all in the summer, 6 games. That's the most I can see us winning.
What you think right now?
6, 5 or 6, 5 or 6, bro.
Bro, if they go under 5, ooh. Hey, Kellen Moore, I'm gonna give you some time though. I ain't gonna overreact yet. I
ain't got a problem with Kellen Moore. I ain't got a problem with Kellen Moore. I like his play calling.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. I like the way he's conducting things. I do.
And he's probably
look, bro. What we say all the time. A lot of the time, it ain't about the X's and O's.
It's
about the Jimmys and Joes, and we don't have too many Jimmys playing on our team right now.
Nah, we need to fight Jimmy. We need to fight Joe. I mean, holy shit, because it's been.
We don't got too many Jimmys, bro.
Yeah, you clinging on a dear life for Jimmys and Joes at this point. Who you got, dog? I ain't even gonna lie to you. Appreciate your time, G. We about to shack out of here. Y'all know the drill. Hit that thumbs up. We'll be live Friday at 1:00 with some picks, with some locks. And I'll give y'all an update on the record before we get out there. G took the lead back by 1 game. He got me this week.
Winners win. I told you got to be able to handle success, man. You got to be able to handle it. Winners win, man.
You're right. You got me. Hey, it is. Let's see what happens this week, baby. I'm locked in. I have to go get my revenge. Go and get it, man. Come on.
Redemption.
All right, let's get it. Revenge season. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate your time. Hit that thumbs up.